The acts have been going down in quality, and the games have been like becoming very lifeless for ranked, at least. If it continues on a trend like that, it'll just be in a similar state of like League of Legends where people like watching it and it's fun to watch and they'll pop up for events, but people are either one, addicted and then play it, or two, a lot of people like quit because the state of the game is not so great. I mean, I think for League, it's more of a state of the community thing. And then for Valorant, I think the current agent state is kind of boring. I think Valorant is still growing as a game. I think it's just more of the rank state. Because I think there is like a really big casual scene in the game outside of tier 1 pro play for any like form of pro play or like challengers, like tier 2 stuff like that. Like the rank scene as a whole, I think is dying. That's what I would say. Because if you play rank leaderboards, you climb high enough to like see like what Radiant and like the top 500 is like. It's just pretty lifeless. And then also the tier 2 scene is kind of completely dead at the moment. No orgs want to invest into the game. Honestly, I actually think putting Valorant within a franchise state high-key kind of the competitive ecosystem up a lot, because so many players that like were like pretty talented and they were trying to like go pro and stuff and become a tier 1 team and like qualify events, you're kind of gate kept out of that, and you have to spend an entire year where maybe, just maybe, if you're the absolute best of your region, to compete in a multiple like region tournament for one spot in the franchise league for 2 years. I think that's kind of, I think what I would consider peak Valorant would be, I think there should be a character ban, just one ban per team. So you have more dynamic gameplay within the game. Like I think, okay, where you see like a normal tactical FPS and where you see like Valorant, I don't think Valorant is a true tactical FPS. And so for that reason, they can kind of be more like a MOBA in a way where there's more dynamic comps and people will pick comps that like other teams are not good at, or like you'll have a fucking Jack's pocket pick player and you'll make stuff work around that. Stuff like that I think would be really interesting. So I guess in a way, all characters being viable would be really cool, and just being able to play stuff that's not necessarily meta. Like I think it'd be cool, for example, if you're playing Ascent and you can ban out one of the main key characters of the perfect Ascent comp. You ban out KO. What would happen? Would they run double duelists? Would people run like different stuff? Like who knows? You have to run a different flash character. You can run like a double controller character. I think stuff like that. You have to spec more into the creativity of the game rather than the game being like certain metas on certain maps. And it's just really weird. Like I'm sure people that play casually, they probably don't give a